Hi there, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera, where we are in the fifth eye. A really ghostly, strange bar. We're talking to the people here in hope to find out something that could help loss of self. This ghostly woman is probably controlling her. Let's talk to Almas the Soul Keeper. For a moment you are not entirely sure. You look upon a construct or a human. The plastic sheen of this pale man's skin suggests artificiality, but if he is a construct, he is so cunningly constructed, so close to the human baseline that the illusion is nearly perfect. Except his head is a trifle too large, his eyes black buttons. Then you realize the truth. He is a visitant, his home many millions of miles distant. Almas, my name. A visitant. What can you tell me of yourself? He lifts his great head slowly and fixes you with a dolorous gaze. I am Almas. I am the keeper of souls, last of my kind, only survivor of a civilization that spanned time and space. Now they are gone, their stars black. Reality's winds carry me. He turns his head back toward his drink. Don't we all feel like that? Strange, left alone in a bar, with only a drink to talk to. What happened to your people, good visitant? The highest caste of power, controlled we minds, ideas, for all souls of empire, great web we wove, shining with power, but other nodes they winked away, until only I remained. His fingers drum on the tabletop. An image of my people I carry, but no place to make it real. Our domain lost. I alone, and paralyzed with indecision and with fear. Scan thoughts, did I destroy them? I was not discontented, or was I? And how did your civilization die? A doubt arose, it took seed, took flight. These thoughts connected to our network. These questions spread like disease. Trust, mistrust rooted, nodes decohered. Without nodes, without control of dreams, the civilization falls. And then they are gone. I alone remain. I'm not so sure of that. That sounds strangely familiar to the story of the genocide. What was the doubt that destroyed your civilization? I do not know. I do not recall. Scan thoughts, I know. I recall. Well, tell me the doubt that destroyed your civilization. I know you know. I do, yes. It was my doubt. Mine. My question, I asked only, what if our way is not the best? What if our people have desires of their own? What if they have wants that we do not give? He places a single hand across his eyes and then slowly slides it away. The others began to see and question. Questions gave way to self-doubt. Self-doubt gave way to self-hate. I wanted only to know what is best. How do we become better? Not to tear us down, but I shone a bright light on behavior, on truth. But our center could not hold under truth. His wet, terrified eyes fixed on yours. Was I to blame? Is civilization's end affixed on me? In dreams I see their faces, but not their minds. I mean, as a scientist, we really believe questions will make you stronger. What comes closest to that? Closest is, I think you were blameless in this. You were right to ask. Shakes his head. You seek console. I do not believe. Let's go with logic. I'm not trying to console you. Your doubt couldn't have taken root if they hadn't already harbored their own doubts. Perhaps this is true, but what good are we if we share the same doubts? Better for us to find a new way, a new world. He pulls his hands apart, and you have the sense of a vast network of power contained between them. He raises his hands before his face, and then crumples his fist. The energy vanishes. I have severed the last connection, the last hope. If they exist still, they must exist without me. Let me be forgotten. No more, he whispers. No more. He drops his head and sweeps. Whew. Another one brought to tears. Oh my. Oh my. What might we find out next in this strange bar?
Let's go.
That story really sounded like the one of the Tabard of the genocide. So let's talk to Clarion. Is that a she? This young woman wears finely polished armor and paces back and forth restlessly on the walkway. Her long hair is lustrous and healthy, and her whole form exudes a wholesome vitality. When she sees you, she raises her voice in greeting. Welcome, friend, to the Fifth Eye. She strides closer to speak more softly. You come at an exciting time. I've been trying to convince some veteran warriors of their eminent suitability to join the endless battle. So far they have rebuffed me, but perhaps you can succeed, where I have failed. First tell me about yourself, young woman. I am Clarion. I seek strong warriors, brave souls, to fight. To fight in the endless battle. To hold back the advance of the enemy. Interesting. What can you tell me about that endless battle? Much as it sounds, she says, it stemmed from a rift between the changing god and one of his offspring and has endured for hundreds of years, raging over the same battlefields, using the deadliest technology of the ancients. The landscape is scarred and pitted beyond recognition. The walls between dimensions are thin there. Every day, horrors cross into our world. She stands arms akimbo. Worse, in recent years, the struggle has expanded. Nearby settlements, founded to provide material support for the combatants or existing there long before the two sides came to rage on their borders, have been engulfed by the spreading chaos. She frowns. It is not too late to change the course of the battle. If only warriors of proven mettle would join the fight. That is why I am here. That is why I beg for your help. We have to help. So what else do you know about this endless battle? It's not truly endless, of course, but it has raged for hundreds of years. Imagine the wonders you see around you, the discarded pieces of the ancients' lives. Now imagine all their power bent toward destruction. Imagine what that would do to the land. It's a force, a disaster that creates heroes. And what side are you recruiting for? Or is it just a thing that you do? The changing gods. He has always been the patron of Sage's Cliffs. Perhaps we would not exist if not for his lives and his cast-offs. Certainly we would not be as we are. She pauses, but that is not the only reason. The changing gods' forces have allied with the towns and villages of the Verxulian waste. We seek to prevent the endless battle from expanding beyond its borders, growing in size once again. And the enemy has attempted to sweep across the plain before. They tricked the changing gods' allies centuries ago, destroyed an army of sand knights, and took half the settlements in the waste. We won't let them do it again. You mean they start building pyramids once they have settled down here? And what is that enemy you're fighting? Who? The armies of the first cast-off, they have never been friends to the people of Sager's Cliffs, she frowns. The first cast-off is long dead, but still her forces hold a grudge against her sire and his patron city. And, ooh, that's crazy. So, trying to eliminate her father? What? Can you tell me anything about these veterans? And will we get a reward? Of course, I am not a wealthy woman. But I have allies in the city who are. The more veterans you convince to join the battle, the more you will be paid. Alright, we're getting paid. No other compensation. Can you tell me anything about these veterans? They have fought in countless battles and emerged victorious. They have made decisive forays that turned entire wars. They are clever and thoughtful. Though I know only their reputation. The third inversion, for instance, saw them reach into a new dimension, and I won't bore you with the details, but they were integral in an offensive that would have changed the course of that conflict. And can you tell me more about these veterans? I mean, this doesn't help me find them. Of course, we want to find out how they did that. Maybe they can teach us something. She frowns. They have kept their abilities largely secret from me. I have not seen them in action, but the stories tell of 5 companions who turned the course of wars, and this is called the Fifth Eye, and there are five people out there in a painting on the wall or some in a relief. So they must be here, right? Well, why are you trying to recruit them? Perhaps they're tired of war. Perhaps they want to, research now. She shakes her head. Conflict shapes us all. It sharpens us, makes us stronger than we ever thought we would be. If you hide from it, you will never know what you might have become. Or worse, you will be easy prey for those who are stronger or crueler than you. She clutches your shoulders. These veterans have grown tired and complacent. I want to help them recapture what they lost. No, I want to make them even greater than they were. Scan thoughts. Even if they become prey, it will make whomever hunts them very strong. What are the motives of this clarion? I want to make them even greater. So she's a priest of conflict? That clarion? Is that her? Maybe she is that cast-off. Maybe that she is like a harbinger of war. Whew. Can you tell me about yourself again? I am Clarion. I recruit warriors for the endless battle. Yeah, for the battle, not for a side, really. For the changing god's side. Alright, I'll help you. I mean, the changing god seems to be on our side, so we have to be on his side. You will have my gratitude and a generous reward if you can succeed in this, friend. She begins to point at the bar. You see Leto, the woman clad in desert robes. Behind the bar, Feriok. At the table there, C.O.B. She lowers her voice again. With C.O.B. you see Theoborus. He's older, but he has great experience. She indicates the final target with her chin. And then the crowning piece, Dharma. He's their leader. All right. Farewell. Let's find out more about them. Let's find out more. First, let's have a look at our surroundings. There's so much to see here, it seems. Let's have a look.
Let's go all, you and me.
This booth was once a metal tank that held some sort of liquid, or like in Baldur's Gate. An odd lilting song occasionally rises from within this machine, as if a musician is trapped inside. An old jukebox. There's Sir Thor. We haven't heard anything about him. This booth was once a metal tank that held some sort of liquid, and this fancy couch might have come from an aristocrat's house, except for the stains and the smell of vomit. What a strange bar. You can hear liquid coursing through these ancient pipes. This whole building seems to predate the Ninth World. And these pipes are pumping fluids from somewhere outside the bar. Someone added the spigots later, so the fluids probably weren't intended for drinking. Huh. Who to go for next? I think next time we'll talk to Sir Arthur to find out who he is, the one who hasn't been mentioned before. Happy gaming to you. See you in the next episode of Torment Tides of Numenera, where our explorer Nano will try to find out more about this world and about everything. Have a good time until then.